Good morning, everyone. This is Shayla. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my latest journal, which is a coffee theme. I did it a little bit different than a regular junk journal, and I really love how it turned out. So before I get to show you the inside and talk more about the journal, I just want to show you the things that I used. At I think it was a Restore. Yes, it was a Restore. I found these are like postcards size cards, and I used these for the base of the pages. I just took them apart like this, and then I also this is put together just like my paper bag journals that I have a tutorial on. So same thing, except I used these cards, and that was the base. And then I also used some papers from this paper pack, an Echo Park Paper Company, and I got this on Amazon, I believe, and I used some of the pages in there. And then I also used some pages from here. This is Colorways from Paper House, and I believe I got this at Hobby Lobby a while back. So I used some of the pages in here. And there might be some other papers that I used that I had scraps. And I used a whole bunch of different items in here. Things that people have sent me, things I made, and I'll point out which is which as we go through the journal. Okay, next I want to tell you the size. The size is 4.5 by 5.5, and there are 10 of these pages if you count back and front, and the inside, front and back cover. And then I also have there's a couple sections with extra journaling pages. This really came out chunky, a little more chunky than I thought it would. Of course, I always like to go overboard at times. Okay, so on the cover, I used this corrugated paper, and we ordered, I believe it was a futon, and I have this huge sheet of corrugated paper that I saved, and I had it stored in my craft closet for a long time. And then I'm like, one day, because we're moving, I'm going through stuff and I found it. I'm like, wow, I haven't even used this yet. So I decided to use it on this project, and that's what I used to cover the journal. So on the front cover, I used some cheesecloth material, some burlap. This piece of material here actually came in something that someone gave me, like a whole bunch of scraps, I guess. So I just glued that on there because it matched the color theme. I have a few buttons here that I added. Hopefully I'm staying in frame, and you can see I have this button here that says I love coffee, and I think I got these at like Joann's or something. I believe from Joann's. And then I have various stickers. These stickers I ordered online, and I believe, oh my god, I'm so bad at that stuff. I really need to learn to write down where I got this. I can't. I'll try to remember, and I'll add it in the comment section below, description, sorry, below for you guys. But they came like 5 or 6 in a pack, and I ordered them on, I want to say Amazon, so I'll have to check my order on Amazon, then get back to you with the company. But there was 5 different types of stickers, and one was coffee. So I used a couple of stickers here. I used my circle punch, and I cut out a couple of pieces of different cardstock. I used some more of that cheesecloth material. I have a sticky coffee cup here that you can get these, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. It comes in a large sticker sheet, and there's coffee cups and donuts. This coffee cup behind this sticker here, someone actually gave me, and there was a slit in it, so I just put a little tag. And then of course I made these little flares, I guess they're called. Yeah, it's been a while. I think they're flares, but I made these a while ago, never really used them. So on the spine here I have this charm thing, and there's a coffee pot. This you can get at Michael's. And I got a coffee pot. I used one of the cups that was on there, and then I added this charm here, and then this little heart says made with love. And I used some twine for the closure. Now this is gonna pop open because like I said, I overstuffed it. Alright, so on the inside here I used some of that corrugated paper to make a pocket, and I collaged it. These also came from that sheet of paper of the stickers. There's one of those donuts that I told you that coffee cups came with the donuts. And this flower here came from, I think I bought him a package of them. I believe it was Michael's. If it's not Michael's, it's Hobby Lobby, because those are the only two stores I have here where I live. This sticker also came from a pack of stickers that I got off of, I think, Amazon also, so I'll have to look that up. This tag, I used a piece of paper that came in a pad of, it was from the dollar store, and it's a notebook paper, and it has all kind of planner things inside, and I just cut out this and put it on a piece of this paper here, and just added a sticker. This sticker came from these, I bought a big box, which I did reveal. I bought two things at a flea market for $10, I believe. $10, $15. I think it was 10. And there was tons and tons of stickers, and there was some coffee stickers in there, so I just put that there. These came from, I want to say, Oriental Trading, because I ordered a whole bunch of stuff from there. I believe that's where these raised foam things came from. Another coffee pot from that sheet. This come from the same package of here, and then I just used a couple of hearts. This also came from this came from Wish, I believe, and I will try to find that also for you. Alright, I should do all this before I do videos, but I just want to get the video up. I'm impatient. Okay, so on this first page here, I wanted to do something a little different. I used to do, I made a few, what do you call it, scrapbooks, oh my goodness, mini albums is what I want to say. So I tried to use some mini albums techniques that I've used in other books that I've made. So here I just made a little flip out, and look at here, I forgot to put a tag, but there should be a tag in here. I have to go back and add that. I knew I should have looked through before I did the video. But anyway, here's another one of those little stickers that I got from that whole sheet from the, what do you call it, flea market. Here, I tore out a few pages of here. These I got at, they come in something like this. And you can get some at Hobby Lobby, but I got mine at Tuesday Morning, and I bought this dog one, and I also bought this coffee theme one. So I just tore out a few pieces, and I stapled them in there, so there's a spot for journaling. And I'll have to remember to do a tag for in there. Okay, so on the next page, this is the notebook paper I was talking to you about. And I just left it plain, you know, so they can journal. I added a couple these raised donuts, a couple of those cups. This is I printed. Actually, no, I didn't print. I had a 12 by 12 sheet of paper with donuts on it, so I just used my punch and I punched those out and just glued them there. I used some coffee washi tape. Here on this page, both of these ATC cards actually came to me through a swap, so I added those. I used, oh, my thing fell off. Look at that. And you know what that is? Because the book is so thick, I'm going to put something flat there, because the book just squishes. Maybe I'll put one of those hearts. Squishes so tight and it broke off. But and then I used some of these. These I also found at Hobby Lobby. This came off of another card that I received, so didn't this. Alright, so here I couldn't find, because I packed a lot of my stuff away for moving, I couldn't find my little tiny magnets, and which was irritating. All I have is bigger ones, and they were too big. I didn't want to use big ones on here, and I couldn't find them. So for now I used Velcro, these little Velcro circles for the closures. And this is some of that burlap, not burlap, corrugated paper. So on the cover here, I just used some paper for the background. I cut this out of a tag and put on a flag, and then added these burlap flowers. These you can get at Michael's. This time I didn't find them at Michael's. I found them at Hobby Lobby. So it opens up, and on the cover there is a pocket with a couple of tags. This came from this paper pad here. This sticker is actually from that other kit that I have to find out where I got it. This is a tag that someone made and sent to me, so I added that. And then I just did a little collage. This glass button came from Hobby Lobby. These I believe you can get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. These felt donuts. So here I made a journaling pad, and I used a stamp, which this is one of my favorite stamps, and I believe I got it at Hobby Lobby. So I just made a little paper pad, and this is coffee dyed paper, so there's room for journaling or taking notes. Here's one of those coffee cups, and I just put a piece of scrap not burlap, the cheesecloth, which isn't really cheesecloth per se. I've bought these. This was a big fat roll. I have another one somewhere, but I got them at a yard sale. The lady was selling them for like 10 cents a pack, but there was only 2 packs. But it's almost like the cheesecloth, but this is actually vintage bandage. And I have one other pack, and I haven't found any of it. You probably can get them online or something, but that's what I used there. So, and then on this side, oh, excuse me, these papers actually came from this paper pad. And this is back and front, back on both sided, the double-sided paper, I should say. So the same thing, I just added a coffee sign and a little flower. And here's another pocket with a couple more tags. And this also came from this. There's another one of those stickers, and I just added a burlap flower and one of those punched out donuts, and I just added a gem in the middle. This was actually part of a pocket letter, and I don't know if you're familiar with pocket letters, but if you punch that in a search engine on YouTube, you'll come up and it'll show you what pocket letters are. This is in one of the pockets, and I just added some gems and a flower. And of course I decorated the pocket as same as the other. So now you can see how tight that is. So this is on the back. Here I added a piece of burlap, oops, behind this. This was actually a Memorydex card that I just trimmed down. Someone sent this to me and I added it to here. And all I did was add this flower. Everything else was from the person who sent it to me. And I just added that. And then here's the back pocket. And this I just did a little collage there, and I have some eyelash trim. I think I had some of that in the front too. And I just cut a piece and added it. This was actually another Memorydex card, and I just trimmed the bottom off, and they did some paper collaging on both sides. It's really pretty. And then this actually was in, someone sent me a flip book, coffee themed flip book, and I just took a page out of it, trimmed it down, added it back to here so you can journal on the back, added a burlap flower. These gem things, raised things were already on there. And then here's another one of those like bookmark things I got from a package from Wish. Alright, and then on the back I just left plain. So that's it. As always, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to ask, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I see them. If you what do I want to say? I'm drawing a blank. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to ask. And thank you so much for watching, and you have a wonderful day. I just wanted to pop back on real quick and show you these two tags. And remember, I forgot to add the tags on this page, so this is what I made for here. And hopefully they slide in there. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! All done, finished. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day.